Okay, we'll see how it works out this time. In any case, welcome back to some Dawn of War Soulstorm Mayhem. It's going to be 2 versus 2 on the Panrea Lowlands map. And yeah, the left team consists of Lightman 2009, myself playing as the Elder. So went random there, Maneo playing as Dark Elder, I'm pretty sure he chose that purposefully. And our opponents are going to be Lauter Gold playing as the Elder. Pretty sure they went as random. And Sierra 1 XXX, who have, I'm pretty sure, gone as random and happened to get the Sisters of Battles. So for some bizarre reason there was a bit of an issue with the initial part of this replay. I'm not entirely sure what the hell was happening there, but in any case, so yeah, as you can see, I actually did skip the first minute or so, and it seems to be working properly now, so I'm not really sure what the hell that was actually. Very strange indeed. But there we go. So hopefully the rest of the replay sorry, hopefully the rest of the replay should work just fine and dandy, like sour candy. So just having a look at what's happening, actually we do have some invisible mandrakes attacking our opponent's Bone Singers, very nicely done by whatever his name is, something or other, Maneo. Should be focusing also on trying to capture his points as quickly as possible. In fact, by the looks of it, he's actually sent both squads out, I think. Well, 1 and 2, yep, he has actually, so I'm not really sure if I agree with that though, because that does mean he's not actually capturing, you know, some critical strategic locations. But he did manage to do some damage. I don't think sending 2 squads would have been worth it though. If anything, if you really wanted to do that, maybe you should have just went with a 3rd squad of mandrakes and sent the other 2 to do a bit of heavy harassment. But there we go. The only problem is though, up against well, Elder, of course, they can just upgrade, or rather not upgrade, but add warlocks to their guardian squads to get very quick detection. And the missionaries, which are the capping / support units for the battle sisters, are something that you're going to get at the beginning of the game anyway. So the invisible mandrakes backfiring pretty heavily, actually, to say the least. As for myself, I'm trying to attack with the Dark Elder, sorry, not with the Dark Elder, I'm trying to attack with Dark Reapers, and getting driven back by the Canoness. Man, that music is very soft for some reason. Not really sure what the hell is up with this replay. But anyway, well, I don't know if there's a replay that really be affecting it. But in any case, there we go. Good old fleet of foot micro there. I should have. There we go. Yep, there we go. Finally disabling it for the Guardian squads as well, forcing a Canoness squad back. Well, actually, it's not entirely a Canoness squad. It's just the Canoness itself. Forcing her back, and she's actually been upgraded with the Inferno pistol. I should have mentioned that before, but oh well, what can you do? So we do seem to have our opponents at a bit of a disadvantage at the moment, but keep in mind that Lauter Gold, he did go for an early tier 2, he's got 2 plasma generators, going for an early Falcon Grav tank off of 2 plasma generators. Oh no, 3 plasma generators, and that is it. So, well, keep in mind that myself and my ally Maneo are not at tier 2 though, so yeah, once this initial Falcon comes up eventually, it well, should be able to deal a decent amount of damage until we can get some until we can get some anti-tank. Oh, great. Anyway, some anti-tank infantry against it, and of course I say that, and of course one has come out already, so yes, unlike, say, the Reaver jet bike used by the Dark Elder, the Falcon Grav tank, as you can see, does have a well, it does have a pretty significant amount of hit points, to say the least. So definitely pretty durable compared to that Reaver jet bike, which I suppose would be the rough, very rough Dark Elder equivalent. And of course, it functions as a transport as well. Actually, so it's been upgraded with the Star Cannon, of course, versus infantry, and looks like opponents, well, their little gamble with the quick tech seems to be paying off actually. They did manage to get the initial Falcon Grav tank up, and yeah, as you can see, it's doing a great job just avoiding the mandrakes. You can jump around as well if need be, and there we go. Lo and behold, that is exactly what it's doing. We finally have Lord of Gold building the webway gate to get the extra pap. Sorry, instead of extra pap, to get the extra pop for the Falcon Grav tanks. Nothing too unexpected there, and well, We would have been, well, we would have done a bit better actually if Panrea was using ranged squads at all, but nope, he actually went for pure melee, and well, these Falcon Grav tanks are basically going to tear apart a pure melee army, as you can see. So, not too good at all to say the least. At the very least, I'm making some inroads onto my opponent's base, thank God for that. And going for tier 2 myself, my ally Maneo, not going for tier 2, he's got the Homunculus Laboratory out now. Actually, do you need that? Actually, no, you don't need that to get to tier 2 if you've got the Hall of Blood out already, so... Although I'm not entirely sure if you need this to get the Scourges out, so and get their Dark Lances. Interesting. Well, in any case, thankfully I've gone for chiefly ranged squads. The only problem is, though, with 3 Falcon Grav tanks, all of them... Yep, all of them presumably... Actually, not presumably, all of them definitely upgrade with freaking Star Cannons versus Infantry. They're just going to tear us apart, basically. My ally Maneo coming in with his Archon squad to try to slow them down a little bit, but, well, it's only going to slow them down, though. It might just buy us enough time, though, at least buy myself enough time to go to tier 2, getting an extra plasma generator as well. In fact, I've actually got quite a few of them, Jesus Christ. Okay, then. Interesting. So, we'll see how that works out. I actually do have the Soul Shrine up. I might have gone a little bit too heavy on the plasma generators though, but we'll see what happens though. Falcon Grav tanks coming in my units. Well, Dark Reapers are standing their ground. The only problem is though is that they're kind of dying and falling face first into the grounds there. Except for that guy, he kind of fell back head first into the grounds there. But in any case, yeah, my guys aren't going to be able to do too much. Finally going to be building some Fire Dragons. What about Maneo? He's going to tier 2 finally, but apart from that, he does have Invisible Mandrakes, I suppose, which is better than nothing. Just have a look, actually. And yeah, we do have tier 2 as well for CR1 XXX, so just about everyone at tier 2 except for Maneo. My Fire Dragons do come out, but unfortunately they get torn to shreds as they leave the barracks, aka the Aspect Portal. We do have another squad being built up, but... spam, I think, is what I meant to say there. Do have another squad being built up, but probably not going to be enough. Yeah, I'm trying to do as much damage as possible. Could be microing them a little bit better, actually. This Falcon Grav tanker was weakened, and if I did actually concentrate my fire on it, initially I probably would have been able to take that one out at the very least. But there we go, we do have Maneo's troops coming in, taking out one of the Falcon Grav tanks, thank God. And the Fire Dragon squad managing to come out, thankfully. These other Falcon Grav tanks, I would have said that they were distracted. Seems to have been mostly temporary though, and yeah, they're just going to get out of there. They do manage to take out, I think, a Bone Stinger as well. We do have one Bone Stinger remaining. I'm pretty sure the second one is dead though. And there we go, 2 squads of Fire Dragons should be enough to deal with the Falcon Grav tanks, but of course you have to keep in mind the fact that they can jump pretty readily, to say the least. So it's definitely going to be inflicting pretty significant damage on Maneo this time, although, well, actually, no, well, actually, they're definitely doing a bit more damage than one would think they should be doing, especially since they have been upgraded with the Star Cannons, which should reduce the amount of damage they do versus buildings and vehicles, but because there's just so many of them, I suppose they're going to be doing plenty of damage, so they definitely got us on the run though. The game is only halfway over, but opponents are systematically destroying all of our infrastructure that we've so carefully have built up, and well, we don't seem to have much of a response against that. We've got, holy shit, we actually had 5 Falcon Grav tanks actually being used there. There we go, 2 of them had been taken out, as you can see. Listing post actually being upgraded with Dark Lancers, bizarrely enough, and yeah, the Falcon Grav tanks for Lord of Gold just going to be dropping in to my base instead. But thankfully though, my Fire Dragon is coming in. Unfortunately though, I forgot to disable their fleet of foot on them, so they're actually going to be aiming with incredibly horrible accuracy, not doing too much damage. I do manage to take out one transport. The other transport does, or tank should I say, the other Falcon Grav tank does manage to escape, and plenty more of them coming in actually. In fact, Lord of Gold seems to, well, he was spamming them, he seems to be letting up on the spam at the moment, and maybe with good reason actually. We do have some anti-tank measures being deployed. Scourge is finally coming in, 2 squads of them with Dark Lancers. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough against this number of Falcon Grav tanks. We need to combine the anti-tank troops of myself and of Maneo to really, well, to reliably take out all these Falcon Grav tanks. And the problem is, of course, is that our opponents are going to have, well, They do have some anti-infantry, not much though. Okay, well they do have this rather significant squad of battle sisters, and this squad is probably going to be upgraded as well. Yep, they certainly will be, and get some heavy bolters in them as well. So opponents are definitely playing this, well, pretty well actually. That's very quick tech to tier 2, definitely paying off for a lot of gold, and definitely very good job making use of the terrain there actually as well. Very nice indeed. As for me and Maneo, well, we've managed to... Well, we do still have the north. Okay, at the very least we do have the north, but... yeah, well, we'll see what happens actually. In fact, I'm not sure why Maneo's got all of his troops here. I probably should be trying to combine his troops of mine. In any case, we'll try to do a bit of damage at the south here. My fire dragons actually being the first ones on the field. Not the best troop to use. They're pretty durable at the very least. I suppose they act as good meat shields for the rest of my troops, and there we go, actually getting all of them out of fleet of foot as well, actually, just so I can take out these battle sisters as quickly as possible. In fact, what I should have done actually is I should have got these fire dragons to go into melee combat against the battle sisters instead, given that the fire dragons don't do much anti-infantry damage anyway, so probably would have been a better idea just to do that. More guardians coming in, and yeah, Maneo just deciding to remain in the north. For some reason he does not want to combine armies. I mean, granted I haven't tried to go to the north either. Sorry, tried to go to the north either to combine armies either, although Maneo, okay, he has sent over his scourges, so I'm definitely thankful for that. And we actually do have a significant army built up once again, but so do our opponents, who apparently are trading resources with each other to do something or other. Donation was given from whatever the hell this guy's name is, CR1, to Lauter Gold, so it's probably going to be to build more vehicles or something like that. We'll see what happens though. Not seeing anything significant coming out of him just yet, except for warp spiders of course. Actually, can they get into transports? Don't think they can, or maybe they can. Well, don't know. In either case, yeah, they're going to be teleporting straight into the fray. The battle has begun. Crap loads of warp spiders and Falcon grav tanks coming in. This is going to be quite the bloodbath indeed, and probably will be the deciding battle actually. Plenty of scourges, unfortunately they... Okay, Maneo jumping them away out of the fray there. Unfortunately all of my troops pretty much get slaughtered, just a single squad of guardians remain. And as for Maneo, yeah, 3 squads of scourges is not going to be enough, especially these warp spiders who are basically just jumping around, and yeah, well, Maneo, he's getting harried as well actually. In fact, where the hell... Oh my god. Okay, I was wondering where his melee troops were, and they were all towards the north. My god, I mean, if they were actually at that battle, I dare say they would have been able to make a pretty significant turnaround, but at the very least they're going to be present at this battle. The only problem is that, well, my army has pretty much been destroyed, and most of Maneo's scourges have been destroyed as well, while the opponents have mostly retained all of their fighting strength. Sure, they've been demoralized a bit here and there, but really they do still have, I'm pretty sure, 3 squads of warp spiders that are mostly fully reinforced, although they could do with the leader. I'm not really sure why Lord of Gold is delaying that, but there we go. Oh dear me, indeed. Oh well. And yeah, I mean, these melee troops, these mandrakes coming in way too late, and they've also been detected as well from something or other. Okay, the missionary that was attached to this battle sister squad, and well, that's that basically. They're tearing us apart piecemeal now, and well, we can't really do too much about it with the current troops that we have. Actually, I am going with... Okay, that's very bizarre. Especially since there are... Actually, are there any Celestians here? There aren't. Oh no, actually there are. 2 squads of Celestians actually, yeah. I'm not really sure why I'm deciding to go with Nightwings. They're, well, as you can see, effective against aircraft and infantry, which I suppose is great versus infantry, but not that great versus anti-tank infantry regardless. So, not really sure why I'm doing that. Still continuing to go with Nightwings, building a second support portal, so apparently I've got enough resources coming in to justify that, but it's not really going to be enough versus the amount of troops that we have here. They're just going to go to Maneo's base, and, well, another Nightwing coming in for myself. It's not going to do much though. In fact, I'm not really sure why I actually advanced it that far forward. I think I must have had it on an attack move and just had it go that far forward before it stopped and actually attacked. I don't know. Actually, is there any music at all? Kind of hard to tell, but I don't think there is actually. Huh. I've got no idea what the hell's happening with that, but I suppose the replay at the very least seems to be working properly otherwise. Huh. Very strange. Alright, well. In case, yeah, just continuing on the commentary, but then again there's only so much to commentate on basically. Yeah, after that decisive battle where all our melee troops were entirely absent, we basically, well, were taken apart piecemeal from there. I just fast forward a bit actually, because really there's probably not much else to see really apart from Pancreas' base being torn apart. He has started to rebuild, but really it's not going to be enough. He really, I don't know why he left his melee troops behind. He probably forgot about them. Indeed, he probably forgot about them until later on. And as for myself, yeah, making a bit of a mistake with those Nightwings. Not really sure why I went for them. Now going for Ray Floors, but without proper support. Indeed, without proper supports, they're just going to fall incredibly easily, actually. And in fact, given that the fact that the game is going to end. Oh no, actually there is music. It's just that it's incredibly soft. Interesting. Oh, and that's it actually. So, did I say? Oh no, I didn't even say blah blah blah. Okay, I did say GG actually. So, there we go. That wasn't entirely without warning, I suppose, but there you go. So, didn't stay long enough to get annihilated with good reason. So, I reckon if that Archon squad and those two Mandrake squads are in that particular battle, well, it would have made a difference. That's for sure. I don't know if it would have swung the battle in our favour entirely, but it would have been better than, you know, just leaving them back like that and then sending them in afterwards. That was a very, very critical error to make, especially in that rather decisive battle. But there we go. Still interesting to watch, actually, especially given the rather heavy Eldar and Dark Elder play we saw there, actually. Which was quite unexpected, actually, given the fact that everyone except for Maneo went with random. But there you go. Randomness all the way. So I shall see you all next time.